Hi guys, we're going to be talking about the American Revolution today in today's preview of what will be happening in social studies class. The standard that goes along with this concept is A New Nation 8.6. The outcome of the American Revolution was national independence and new political, social, and economic relationships for the American people. Our learning target, I can describe the outcomes of the American Revolution. So this just means that you can explain to somebody what happened after the American Revolution. So we're going to start out with some vocabulary. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you need to understand the vocabulary. The vocabulary is here to help you understand the concept. So make sure that you understand these before coming to class. Our first vocabulary word is mercenaries. Mercenaries are people hired to fight for another country other than their own. So these people are going to go and fight for somebody else that it's a nation that they don't even belong to, but they're getting paid to actually fight for them. Guerrillas are a guerrilla is a member of a band of irregular soldiers that uses guerrilla warfare. That means they're harassing the enemy by surprise raids, sabotaging communication, and supply lines. So these are the people that do not agree with the regular soldiers, so they band together and fight against them. So we're going to look at some primary sources. This is going to help us when we're trying to explain what happened after the American Revolution and why the American Revolution happened. So our first primary source is a journal. It's from January 1776. At the close of the last year, as is now reported, our army was reduced to a very critical situation, being obliged to substitute new raised troops and militia in the place of those who had been in service 5 or 6 months. And this exchange was made within musket shot of the enemy's lines. During part of this period, our numbers were not sufficient to man the lines, nor was there powder enough in camp to furnish 4 rounds a man. Before our privateers had fortunately captured some prizes with cannon and other ordnances, our army before Boston had, I believe, only 4 small brass cannon and a few old honeycomb iron pieces, with their trunnions broken off, and these were ingeniously embedded in timbers in the same manner as that of stocking a musket. These machines were extremely unwieldy and inconvenient, requiring much skill and labor to elevate and depress them. Had the enemy been made acquainted with our situation, the consequences might have been exceedingly distressing. So this is a primary source. The person that wrote this journal experienced this during the American Revolution. So here's another primary source. This is something that happened back then. This person experienced it. It is a newspaper article. Be it remembered that on the 17th day of October 1781, Lieutenant General Charles Earl Cornwallis, with above 5,000 British troops, surrendered themselves prisoners of war to His Excellency General George Washington, Commander-in-Chief of the Allied Forces of France and America. So this is written by somebody that experienced the end of the American Revolutionary War. So what did the colonists gain by fighting this Revolutionary War? The Americans, French, and British signed a treaty in Paris, so they became allies. They decided to work together. The United States received their independence from Great Britain. The colonists were allowed to have their freedom now. They didn't have to ask the British rulers what to do in situations. They had their independence. And the British gave America the territory. That means the New World belonged to these new colonists. They could do what they wanted with it. They did not have to go back and ask Great Britain what to do with the land. It was all theirs now. So now that you've had a preview of the outcomes of the American Revolution, make sure you go back and watch the vocabulary so to understand it adequately, so you're prepared for class and our discussions in class. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. Have a great day.